When all else fails, BYON. Bring your own nuts. Sometimes it's about being more physical than the guy in front of you. Georgia did that in the second half. You get plays like this from your man, Kenny McIntosh. You got zone flow across the board, kind of an influence block here. You get the edge players who were getting upfield really well. Why not influence them? You get that cut back right there off the outside hip of the guard. You get Warren McClendon here, Steady Eddie himself, to kind of turn and fanned out. You get that, and you go one-on-one with the great one. And then what happens? This. Spataya. Oh, my God. Splatter whacked that man, taxidermied him, and that shit was bad. You can see right there. Jesus is trying to tussle with that man's soul. He's like, listen, I did not call him yet. I did not want him to come up here with me yet. You stay down in there with him, soul. Splataya. Now listen, this is your jukebox guy. This is the guy who can make you miss. This is how you know you had the BYON. When your guy who makes you miss is this guy. Taya. Look at that. His soul was instantly gone too, right? He was done. Absolutely done in taxidermy. Let's look at it from this angle right here. You can see the ramifications here. But look at that influence, right? Getting him up there, bend that back off of him. Like you let him influence himself out of the play. You navigate that one-on-one with the field safety and low man wins. Taya! Look at that. Cherries, lemons, bananas, all kinds of shit was going on. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today for these cherries, lemons, and bananas in this man's eyes. Look at he is gone. Now that's some physicality. That's how you fire up your team from then on there. I knew it was straight up on.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.
And you know what happens after a man loses about 62% of his soul? You run that same play and he's in the same predicament again, and this time he makes life choices. Like, check this out. Jakob. The hell was that? Come on, man. He know they don't practice that drill like that. That's that feel and spill drill. He know damn well he ain't supposed to be doing all that. You can see him approaching right here. You got Kenny McIntosh getting downhill. Now, obviously, he's still a jukebox type guy. He can make you miss as well. This time, I'm not sure exactly what he does. Looks like he wanted to get the funk popping again, and my man just kind of slides out the way and then kind of helicopters himself up out of there, right? Whirling dervish. And look out. How he end up getting a reverse first down? Look at that. First down. He lands on the other side of the imaginary line right there. He got a defensive first down because he ain't want no more of that funk from Kenny McIntosh right there. Kenny Mac made that man apprehensive the way he had to go to flight school and make different choices in life. He's like, you know what? I'm going to invent defensive first downs, and I just did it right there. So come on, man. That's what I'm saying. BYON, bring your own nuts. I'm be honest here. I don't know who else nuts you would bring anyway. I was always a little weary of that comment when my coach would say it. But, hey, it lives on in infamy. The heart of a champion. Listen, when Georgia just absolutely needed it on both sides of the ball, they came up with ways to just simply get it done. You know who else did that earlier in the year? And a lot of Georgia fans were on there talking trash about them. Yep, that would be one Alabama against Texas. Now the shoe is on the other foot. Now do you see what I mean? You can't be going into these other people's places and just thinking you're going to win every game just because you're more talented than them. These guys are on scholarship too. I'm telling you, it's a lot more parity out there than people think. For real, though. So shout outs to both Alabama and Georgia for getting it done right here when they needed it. Something like this. I believe this was a third down here. You'll have two-level route combination going on really on both sides here. He's not really looking over here, but you have Darnell Washington with kind of an out route here. You get Bowers right here. It's kind of a speed out, right? Kind of getting out in the flats. You have kind of a corner route here by Lad McConkey. And when he absolutely needed it, your man Stetson Bennett stepped up to the plate. You can see him on the pool. He already knows where he wants to go with the man coverage. Jakob, look at him. Right in front of like over and under type coverage here, at least Lad McConkey. I wish I had a different angle of this to really see what the coverage was there. But you can see here a pretty long throw right to outside the numbers. He's able to put it right on the money for Ladd McConkey to go ahead and convert, get that first down when they needed it. It's about the skin of the teeth, though. If you got an aggressive defense running like middle field closed or even running zero coverage, really getting after it, why not run to your make it from scratch game? I would screen them to death, right? Screen to death. I would hit it like that. You get almost a form of a missile screen right here to where they get it to Ladd McConkey. You got, I think, Bowers out here blocking. Got Edwards out here as well. He's trying to get it back here. You get everybody leaking out. And you can see here they send, obviously they usually work with a 3-man front, like a legitimate 3-man front. And then they try to get a lot of speed on the field there. But when they start sending these extra guys and stuff, if you can get somebody out in space, I don't know why they weren't hitting the edges and everything like that. There's a whole lot of things I think they could have been doing better. And I believe they will do that moving forward here. But if you can see here, get that screen out, snapshot that bad boy. You can see Broad Jones out there working, Van Pran and these guys. He's trying to get to the middle. And he does a good job of navigating that, getting upfield, getting that first down. The offensive line, you got to say it was a poor performance by the offensive line for the most part. But like I said before, the heart of a champion, you're going to get it together when you really absolutely have to have it. Now, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't even supposed to watch this game. I told y'all before, I'm not watching a lot of these SEC games that I will watch before covering them on the channel because I'm only going to do the bigger Johns and I'll concentrate a little bit more on the NFL like I've been trying to do here. But I was told, like, no, you got to watch this one. This one ain't going that well by my boys up in the group chat there, and they were very much right. However, I'm not sure if Georgia's late to the dance or something like that. You have to believe they'll get it together. Some of this stuff right here is just uncharacteristic of them. Now, on this one right here, you see them with these light boxes, right? It looks light in theory there, but they still have enough bodies to throw to where they can single it up and make it a one-on-one dance here. So you get a 2-man wrap right here to begin with right there, right? Working that B and A gap or trying to get it out to C. You get the hammer and the nail action going right there. Same deal over here. You get my man widening in. He's trying to hit that B gap. He's coming to the outside. He's just rushing straight up the field. Milton does a great job right here of chipping him. But you can see the unable to rebound here by Cedric Van Pran. You got to get a little bit better on the rebound when you're seeing something like this and these guys are wrapping around. You see right there, he right then, right when you shove that off right there, you know that he's at least going into where trust is going. You automatically get that head on a swivel, make sure somebody is not coming there. And you can see right here, maybe the guy's just too fast for him or something like that, but he's really unable to get a hand on him at all until he just got him on his back. He's able to drive him through there, but that still pushes Stetson Bennett off the spot, and all these other guys start to uncover as well. It's funny, the guy who was chipped here, he ends up getting cherries, lemons, and bananas as well here. It chipped him, and he got knocked out, but then he rolls into Stetson Bennett, right? He was lucky. Sometimes it's just good to be lucky there and flushing him from the spot. So, but man, I saw a lot of bad work out on the edges as far as the Georgia Bulldogs tackles go. More like Warren McClendon. He was having a bad game. Now, if I'm anything, you know I'm consistent. I have said all along I am not a big Keely Ringo guy. I think he's a little overhyped. Matter of fact, I think he might be more than a little overhyped. And his biggest play, in my opinion, he was beat on his biggest play. It was an underthrown ball. Great play by him to catch the ball and run it back for a pick six. But even on that play, he was beat. I think he has trouble locating the ball very much like a Tyson Campbell when I cover him for University of Georgia as well. The further the ball goes down the field right there, I think he's kind of a liability, despite the fact that he's very fast, just like Tyson Campbell. You see the catch him here in this cover 4. So these guys are the safeties right here. You can see by how they're positioned. That's one of my favorite things to play was cover 4 as a safety there because you essentially are a cornerback, but on the inside because you get everything smoking vertically and you get to pick it up man to man here. But you'll see on a vertical bell here or just outside leverage, your man start to run. Keely Ringo here. So the receiver on this vertical play kind of gets inside of him, but no adjustment to be made there by Keely Ringo. I don't really know what he was doing here. No, we can't run it that much, but hey, we're right there. Take the snapshot. He's in decently good position. He's kind of right in his hip pocket. It's a good throw there. I would say the guy has a step on him here. There's no help over the top. I'm not sure he would be expecting any type of help over the top. It doesn't matter anyway. Help over the top doesn't mean you shouldn't do your job. But you see right there, in the moment of truth scenario, here's the ball right here. I'm not sure if he's locating or what is going on right here, but the guy's telegraphing. He's looking. You go up when he goes up as well. He never even goes up. It's just like, hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm still here, coach. Coach, I was right there with him, coach. Come on, that ain't going to get the job done right there. And you talk about going against some of these teams I know can put the ball in the air, like an Ohio State, a Tennessee, a Maryland, my Terps. Terps? No? Okay. So I believe on the last one that I did, I said that if there was something to pop up kind of like a wart, it would be Georgia's lack of an organic pass rush. And you could really see it in this particular game right here. There's really nobody out there. I feel like if for them to get home, they're going to have to blitz. But one thing that they have is a guy like Nolan Smith who's good in the flats right here. You see him squeeze down. How many times have we done this before over the years with Nolan Smith? He's really good, almost like a linebacker. Of him able to squeeze down and then follow you to the flat here. They didn't do a good job of following here. They were kind of faked out. But that was a great play right here. Ends up becoming a sack. So that's one of those blue-collar sacks. Remember I was talking about blue-collar sacks versus a white-collar sacks. I don't think there's – okay, Nolan. Okay, I'm going to leave that one alone there. Leave that one alone there, if you know what I mean there. But obviously the play is thrown off by the snap there. You can see guys really on the inside, really terrorizing, though. I'll tell you what, Warren Brinson played a damn good game. But you can see Nolan Smith right here. That Mama Jumper's trouble out there on those edges, man. He closes the gap so quickly. I just don't know about him as a legitimate edge player, one of those guys you can count on to get you a whole bunch of sacks, whether it be the blue or white collar variety, man. I don't think he has it like that. Somebody's going to have to step up for Georgia, or they're going to be running a ton of fabricated pressure, which isn't good against those teams who can really toss the ball around the yard. Here's that play again, almost like a quick zone. They were gashing them. Listen. Kenny McIntosh, all world. That dude is the truth. Catching it out of the backfield, physicality, make you miss and everything like that. That dude is the bomb, like I've always said there. Edwards, that man, I need to see more of that man, for real. He's a good compliment to him. And, of course, Kendall Milton. There's still some things about Kendall Milton, man, we may have to have a discussion about here sometime soon there. I feel like he could be a lot better than what he is, but it's stuff that I pointed out before, but we can revisit it at another time. But once again, you get that flow right there. Influencing these guys to come off the edge. They're really working on Warren McClendon there. You got multiple guys coming off there, but see that vacation right there with him fanning out allows for that organic cutback creation for him being Kenny McIntosh to get into the second level. But this time, the safety vacates as well. So you can see them. I would think that this will be a Cobra blitz or something, but obviously I can't know for sure unless I had the wider view there. But you can see him, man, finding that hole, being able to get north-south. Man, I did not know Joe Charleston was on Missouri there. I ain't been keeping up for sure. Him leaving Clemson like that. But you can see right there, man, that's a good concept, something they need to go to. Oh, wow, I didn't notice that before. This is also like something you would do in amateur wrestling here. See him stick that foot under there and then throw him, sticking that leg under there and then weight transferring, almost like a judo throw. All right, y'all, this was not on my roadmap to do, so it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to get this, and I can already feel myself malfunctioning and not being able to think clearly. But I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm burying this on the back end because I know real men watch to the end and then comment. Most of you don't. So I'm burying this because I said I was not going to mess with Darnell Washington anymore because some people getting mad and all this and that, me calling him granddaddy, even though it's a term of endearment. And I say that this man is the absolute truth. I love his game and everything like that. We just have a little fun here on the channel. I'm going to have to go ahead and do a couple more. Then we're going to have to go ahead and retire. All right. How this happened to your man Granddaddy? Splataya! Oh my God, he deleted this man's soul. My man Joe Charleston got his soul deleted from Granddaddy. He hit Granddaddy. Look how far Granddaddy goes back, and look how far he goes back. Granddaddy doesn't go anywhere. But look, this man slipping and slide. This man shoots about 7-8 yards upfield the other direction. He hit Granddaddy and then flies back the other directions and slides, skid marks. Come on, man. You know that man right there. That was a stool softener, a reverse stool softener. He did not need it. Somebody gonna have to wool like that man's drawers right there. Granddaddy getting up before he did. Granddaddy's like, what would I tell you, boy, about messing with your granddaddy like that, boy? This is your granddaddy. Come on now. Watch out there now, kid. All right, y'all. Last one right here. Your man Granddaddy had himself another senior moment. Great catch by Granddaddy. He gets upfield here, and I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once. Look, your man with the approach and safety here, I'm not sure what he's trying to hurdle. This man is not bending down or anything. And I told y'all before when he did the hurdle thing, he ain't really jumping that high. He just pulling his knees up. So there's a good example of him pulling his knees up right here. He pulls his knees up and absolutely demolishes this dude's temple. Splataya right there. So he air sleeping. You can see it right there. He lost control of his motor skills and everything. He just got kneed upside his dome by Granddaddy big ass. Watch out there now, boy. Like, watch out there now, boy. So he's gone. He's sleep. We gotta see it from this angle right here. Ooh, 2-car bowling pin pile up right there. Come on, man. Everybody was going hammer time with this on the sideline. Your man Granddaddy, come on, man. He gotta stop putting his knees up. He gotta get his hop game up, right? So this is almost like a flying knee, like Masvidal hit Ben Askren with right there. Look, Splataya. Shinned him and everything, right? You can see his head automatically right there. Done. Autonomous driver. He's air sleeping. Look at that. When you see that action right there, that means he's no longer in control of his own body. The Lord is. So he wakes back up though when he lands. But Granddaddy already did the damage there. Watch out there now, boy. I told you about messing with your granddaddy like that. Now you gotta pay for it. And pay he did. Well, all right, man, we're gonna let Darnell Washington live, all right? But listen, hey, there's a wake-up call right there. The University of Georgia just not going to skate by everybody like everybody thought. Or maybe they will from now on. This should be the wake-up call. If last week wasn't, right, against inferior competition, against a division foe that's actually has some really good talent on it. Missouri's definitely stacking the talent and everything there. Georgia definitely has to show up earlier. Can't be sleepwalking through the first half, but we shall see how it goes. With the heart of a champion, they got it together when they needed to, and that was all she wrote. All right? I may have to come back and see what was going on in the first half. I can't promise anything, but until then, strike the band.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.